Well, hello everyone. We're really excited to be here. I'm Sabrina Segal. I am the Director of National Sales and Advanced Advertising at Bell Media.
And I'm Anton Vassiliev. I'm the Director of Product at Bell Media. I guess you could say we're kind of the what and the why of advanced advertising at Bell Media.
We sure
at least
are.
representing.
So we're very excited to be here today to talk about addressable television. So one, we're excited to be here to chat with you guys, and two, this is a huge day for us at Bell Media. We're actually launching the product today, coincidentally, so we're very excited.
Yeah, it really is a coincidence that it happened to land on this day. I feel like I can take a deep breath after 2 years of technical development on the backside of it. So very excited to be here for you guys. So to give you guys a quick introduction on addressable TV, I'm sure all of you being the industry experts know exactly what it is, but in a nutshell, it is the ability to show a personalized, unique ad to a household watching the same linear or live programming. This is something that we're rolling out across linear and live TV, as well as something we've had available for VOD for some time. The ultimate goal is to make television digitized and make it as targetable, as addressable as you would expect from the digital media, and bring the same level of reporting that you would expect from that as well. So I know kind of what we've done on this, but Sabrina, can you talk a little bit more about why Bell Media is invested into this category and why the industry should care?
100%, great question. Obviously, over the last several years, both globally and in Canada, we've seen massive changes in consumption habits. People are spending a lot more time consuming many different pieces of content, and we wanted to ensure that the advertising community could hit every single person that their target requires. And so by launching this product, it is actually taking the best of both worlds. So within a linear environment where you're getting scale and a very premium environment, we can now actually target very specific people regardless of where they're watching. So as an example, Anton, you could be in the market for a car.
Which I was.
We're next door neighbors, obviously,
of course,
watching the same program. Traditionally, you would see the exact same ad. We'd see the same ad. In an addressable environment, the greatest part about it is that you could be in the market for a car, I'm in the market, I like fashion, and you and I be watching the same program and actually see two different ads.
Yeah, very cool.
So as the product guy, and really diving into this over the last several years, I'm wondering if you can explain to everyone really what Bell Media's approach was with the product.
Yeah, certainly. There's, as you would imagine, there's quite a bit of complexity on both the channel enablement side, which Bell Media has more than 60 of them, so it takes quite a bit of effort to convert each one of these channels to support dynamic ad insertion. On the distribution and the footprint side, we have to take into consideration obviously our set-top boxes connected to the TV, but also any other media that the consumer would watch linear programming through, be it a streamer that plugs into a TV or your mobile or web app. All of these need to be developed to support the type of ad insertion you would expect from a web or a mobile media source. And so that's taken us quite a bit of time to ensure that the capability is at a level that you would expect from television. Right? Television has very little margin for error in terms of frame accuracy, in terms of audio and video alignment, audio volumes. How many times have you seen an ad pop up on your web browser where the volume just spikes up? Right? We don't have that level of tolerance on TV. It has to be just right. And we have to ensure that we have the scale required for the TV media to continue to offer what it has been great at, scale, reach, right? While adding that personalized factor to it.
Premium.
And all of that together, we want to ensure that this becomes another video source rather than simply a TV that you can then plan and buy in an omni-channel environment, whether you're buying through your friendly Bell Media account executive or through a programmatic platform. So that's kind of what we've been doing behind the scenes, and there's been a lot of people involved in making this a reality. Sabrina, can you talk a little bit about why this is relevant to the industry?
Yeah, absolutely. I see this really coupled with connected television, with premium video. And a lot of questions have come up, well, this or traditional television, and quite honestly, there's room for both. We would never look at the Super Bowl audience and slice and dice it. We want to make sure that every advertiser can still reach a mass audience. I see this more as a middle, kind of lower funnel opportunity. And how it's being powered is actually leveraging all of Bell's data. We have a plethora of data within Bell, using mobility, using set-top box, using wireline. And we can create custom audiences that work with whatever target the advertiser is looking for. So we're very, very excited about this, and there's room for all forms of advertising.
100%.
So I touched a little bit about data, but I know that you're the data guru. So I'm wondering if there's a way you can express or explain really how the data is collected and how we're defining the audiences.
Yeah, absolutely. Hardly a guru, but have spent a little bit of time dealing with data and the complexity of it. Most importantly, the key variables that are required for the ad community to use it effectively. Obviously, scale is important, but scale without privacy compliance kind of falls apart, right? You want to ensure that the data you're using is quality, reliable, opted-in data. And then beyond scale, you also want to ensure that there's recency in the audience segments that are being applied to your media campaigns. You know, Bell is in a unique position where we're not just a media company, we're also a television and home phone provider, as well as a wireless service provider. All of this contributes to a universe of 200 million plus devices that all contribute to both the scale and the quality of the data, which allows us to then keep it recent and keep it fresh for activation. So Sabrina, you mentioned earlier about being in market for a car. I happen to have purchased a car a couple months ago, and so I would kind of fall in that category. What's important with things like time-sensitive purchases is, again, recency, right? I bought a car 2 months ago. I am certainly not shopping for one today, right? And so when we look at audience segment composition, we want to ensure that we look at the context of behavior that the audience is making. We look at the frequency that they demonstrate that interest in that context, and also, again, how recent that composite segment is when it's being shipped over to either a buying platform or a planning tool like SAM. In the case of an auto intender, there's just an example kind of outlined on the screen here. But ultimately, we have some segments that we've created that we believe the industry uses at a frequent enough use case. But also, as Sabrina mentioned, the platform allows the customer to come in, has set unique parameters for campaign objectives, and build a custom segment with full transparency into what goes into it and how it's composed, and then push it into a client platform.
It's great.
So, oh, please.
Since we're in market today, Anton, on the Bell 5 app, I'm wondering if you can let the audience know what the roadmap looks like and how we're going to continue to kind of push this product forward in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely. I have spent some time on kind of technology startup side, and on the tech side, you know, you often hear of MVPs or minimum viable products, which is something that this definitely is not. This is something we've been working on for 4+ years to get it to this position. And I'm very proud of the team to getting us here and launching with our CTV network for English Canada, our CTV comedy channel, our new VO and French specialty channels. It is available on, so we have launched OTT set-top boxes as of July into market, and we're expecting to hit some significant scale on that particular device by Q2 of next year. We also anticipate to roll out the channel. As I mentioned, we have more than 60. We plan to launch our English specialty channels in early part of next year, as well as our highly coveted sports network, TSN and RDS.
Very exciting. Well, thank you for all the work over the last 4 years. Thanks to everyone here. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself, to Anton, your account executive at Bell Media. And yeah, this is such an exciting day. Thanks again, Anton.
Amazing. Thanks so much for having us, guys. Have a wonderful day.